Hi, welcome to Making All the Plans. I'm Connie, and if we haven't met before, I'm a busy mom of 2 active kids, and both my husband and I have full-time careers. My goal is to share with you how I stay on top of all life throws at me in one planner so that you might be able to do the same. I have this monthly sheet printed out. It is from Squared Plans. I like to use this because then I don't have to turn my planner in order to see the meal plan that I have for the month. I did go through January's meal plan and highlight any of the meals that I made. We did not eat out a ton, but there were weeks when my plan didn't go as planned. So the braised short ribs, there was a week when I couldn't find short ribs, so I couldn't make that on that particular day, so I made it a different day and I pulled something from the freezer. But I did enjoy using the KM Schiller recipes and having something quick to pull from when I was out of ideas. The real win from last month was not buying so many takeout meals, and that continues to be the goal for this month. So I will go ahead and stamp the month and the year up at the top like I did in January's plan. I believe that both of these stamp sets are Carrie Bradford, and the ink pad that I'm using is from Stampin' Up, and it's the navy blue. And all the products that are still available, I will link in the description down below. And is it just me, or am I the only one that is still struggling to remember that it's 2025 and not 2024? Thankfully, I do stamp it correctly, but there have been a lot of misstamps lately. Now that we have the date stamped at the top, let's go ahead and write in the dates for the month. This is an undated calendar, which that's fine. I would rather buy one calendar that I can just continue to print over and over again and not worry about the dates and then go in and write the dates as needed. I did think about stamping the dates, but even though I have some date stamps that would work, they are a little large, so then if I wanted to write a longer title in the box, I wouldn't have had room. Hand numbering works best for me in this situation. So last month I did things a little bit differently, and I used an e-cookbook to cheat and make my meal plans based upon the recipes that I thought my family would like from that e-cookbook. This month I'm going to build my meal plan a little bit differently, starting with Thursdays. Thursdays I go into the office, so I am normally coming home a little later, and Thursdays is also towards the end of the week for my husband, so it's usually a low energy day for him as well. So I am picking meal items that are pretty easy and quick to make. The first Thursday we'll do an egg salad sandwich. The 13th we'll do my husband's tacos, and that's where he basically puts meat in the crock pot. The hardest part is chopping up the toppings. The 20th we'll do breakfast for dinner, and the 27th we'll just have a shrimp dinner, which is usually either shrimp and fettuccine or something easy. There is a restaurant my husband wants to try, so on the 16th we'll go have brunch there, and then we'll have leftovers that evening. The 9th is the Super Bowl, so we usually do subs and appetizers for that night. Generally speaking, though, on Sunday nights, I like to have a kind of family meal, cozy food. So I have not had a chance to make stuffed shells this month. So we'll do stuffed shells on the 2nd and meatloaf on the 23rd. I do try to make any of the meals that take longer to make or that are a little more decadent on Fridays and Saturdays. Fridays kind of as a reward for the week, and Saturdays because I just have a little bit more time to cook. So I thought on the first we would do the garlic butter steak bites. We have been wanting to try those, but we haven't all been at home on a day where I've had time to make them. And then the other Saturdays, I thought we would have steak one night ribs one night, which my husband will do on the smoker, and then sheep pan tacos. And that's right after his birthday, still his birthday week. So my husband really likes the sheep pan tacos, but they do take quite a bit of time to prepare. So that's again something that I prefer to do on the weekend. Then I'll do my Monday plan and we'll do chicken on Monday nights. So the 3rd we'll do 1 pan breaded chicken. The 10th we'll do easy Asian zing tenders and I'll make some homemade mac and cheese. The 17th we'll do chicken cheesy parm and the 24th we'll do crispy chicken tacos. Tuesday is another in the office day for me, so trying to keep it simple. Although Thursday is usually the bad day, I still would like something easier on Tuesday. We are also trying to eat through the stock of food we have in the freezer so that we can defrost it and move it. But on the 4th, I thought we would do the pasta bake from the freezer. On the 11th, we would do fish from the freezer. The 18th, I do have some meatballs in the freezer that I'd like to eat up. And then on the 25th, I just have freezer because I am sure there is another meal in the deep freeze. I'm just not sure what it is. Next, we'll jump to Fridays. I like to have better meals on Fridays just to kick the weekend off right. But I need to keep in mind that I may have to go into the office on Fridays, so I don't want to do anything too crazy. So on the 7th, we'll do the Pioneer Woman's Marlboro Man sandwich. The 14th, we'll do Romano crusted chicken. The 21st, we'll do Asian flank steak. We haven't done that in a long time, and it's one of my favorites. And then on the 28th, we'll do a chicken cheddar sandwich with pickle relish. And that leaves Wednesdays to be planned, and I think we'll just go with leftovers on Wednesdays. Then if I need to shift a meal to that day, that's fine also. The only day I won't do leftovers is the 19th. We'll just do an easy grilled cheese and tomato soup, and that's because we will have leftovers on the 16th, so I don't want to have leftovers that close together. I have also been taking a lot of the leftovers for lunch, so that works out well. But putting this whole meal plan together took about 25 minutes or so. And even though I don't follow it religiously, it does help tremendously not having to think of an idea. If I open the fridge at night and I'm really craving something or want to cook something different, I don't beat myself up about it. I just cook whatever I feel like cooking. But if I'm stuck that night, I'll pull out my planner, I'll look and see what I had planned and just make that. And then I don't have to think about it. The nice thing about those e-cookbook recipes, they were almost all quick meals. So it wasn't something where I would open the fridge and be like, oh, now I have 3 hours before dinner is ready. There were very few things on my meal plan, both last month and this month, that take more than about 45 minutes to put together. Those longer items I do try to keep on the days where I am either working at home or on the weekend. I did decide to go ahead and decorate this page. I am just using the leftover alpaca die cuts that I made for my monthly spread. Again, if you missed that, I can link to that as well. I go through actually making the die cuts. So if that's something you're interested in seeing, you can go back to the February monthly video. But once I like the placement of all of these stickers, I do pull off the backing with the pokey tool that I have and get them stuck down. I do feel like I want more on this page this month. Sometimes I don't decorate it at all. Sometimes I only decorate that bottom open area, but I really liked these images, so I wanted to go ahead and use them since I had them. But now that I have the images down, I am going to pull out some other stamps that I have. These are from Technique Tuesday, and they are very old. I will see if I can find them, and I will link them if I do. But there are two small stamp sets here. I will use the one on the left, which is all about food and meals and eating. And I'm just going to stamp a few of them. The first one says, "When in doubt, eat out." And even though that isn't my theme for this month, I thought it was cute. So I went ahead and stamped that. I also really liked this little circle with a fork and knife in it. And I thought about stamping it a bunch of places around the page, but I did just find 2 places and stamp them. I didn't want to go too overboard. And then behind the alpaca with the pink scarf, I stamped "Feed Me." And I love all of the little sayings on this little stamp set, but I was trying to be a little selective. And up in the upper left-hand corner, I stamped "Nom Nom Nom." Then the meal plan stamp caught my eye, and I thought it would fit well in between February and 2025. So it will end up saying February Meal Plan 2025, which I thought was cute. And I really liked the mix of the cursive and the print in the stamp. And then in the right corner, I will stamp Foodie Heaven. And my fingers kind of got in the way when I stamp this one, and I do have to go in and stamp a second time. It doesn't turn out perfect, but it works. The other 2 stamps that caught my eye say "Make this again" and "Use this up," but I thought it would be helpful to start tracking those things. So the "Make this again" is not as necessary, but the "Use this up," I'll be able to note anything that I find in the freezer that needs used that I forget about. Like I mentioned, I am trying to get the deep freeze cleaned out in the basement so that we can defrost it and move it. So let me know below how you do your meal planning. Do you do it quarterly, monthly, weekly, daily? And if there are any meals that you make frequently that you can't live without or that your family loves, I would love to hear those as well. If you like this video and want to see more, please like and subscribe. And I hope that everybody has a great February. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.